Would you pay $150 for 6 hours in the Magic Kingdom? Perhaps the better question is, should you pay $150 for 6 hours at the Magic Kingdom? We're here for Disney's After Hours to find out. Let's go do it. Hi-ho everybody, this is Rob with Ear Scouts coming to you from Disney After Hours at the Magic Kingdom. This is a special event that happens after hours on select Mondays and Thursdays through March. There's a companion event over at Hollywood Studios that happens primarily on Wednesday night, although there is one random Sunday, and that goes through April. So the idea of this event is you're gonna get 3 extra hours at the end of the night when the park closes to everybody else and you kind of have the park to yourself. So supposedly it is going to be super low attendance allowed, and that's essentially the draw of this event. It's all about getting on lines with super short waits, getting photos of the park where there's not a lot of people in your shots. It's about having a VIP after hours experience that you will pay a pretty penny for, because this is not an inexpensive event. It's about $150, although there are discounts for annual pass holders and DVC members. We'll put the details up on the screen, but the idea is you can get into this event starting at 7 p.m. So you will get 3 hours in the park before it closes, and then you get those 3 hours after it closes. This is kind of different though from the events that they'll have for Halloween and Christmas. During the Very Merry Christmas Party or Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, there are really special things going on, like a special fireworks show, special parades, special characters and costumes. There's a lot of extra stuff. At this event, we're not really expecting to see a lot of extra stuff. It's just basically about having access with limited crowds late at night. There are some extras that you get. You get some free treats like Mickey's Premium Ice Cream Bars. You've also got free bottled sodas and waters, and you get free popcorn. We're gonna take advantage of those things tonight. There are 5 attractions that are not gonna be open for this event. So there's Hall of Presidents, Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, Carousel of Progress, also Tom Sawyer's Island, and the Liberty Bell. Now, those last 2 are actually closed even before 7 p.m., so you can't do those at all. But if you wanted to do one of the other 3, you could do it when you get in at 7. Just know that they're gonna shut down at 10 when the park closes. It's about time for us to head inside. We will get a special wristband that lets us stay in the after hours event, so let's go get checked in. Be January 9th, but it is still Christmas here at the Magic Kingdom. I actually cheated a little bit. The line out there was massive, so I just made a really quick park pass reservation and tapped in the normal way. If you are already in the park, starting at 7 o'clock, you can go get your wristband from inside. You don't have to wait in that massive line outside to get in. The 2 spots where you can get those wristbands, if you're coming into Tomorrowland, look to your left to where Stitch's Great Escape used to be. You can get them there starting at 7. Also, you can go over to Tortuga Tavern in Adventureland. We'll head over there shortly and get our wristbands, but first, let's see what's going on in the park. Here's another big difference between those parties that happen like Mickey's Not So Scary and Very Merry Christmas and these after hours events. For those parties, the parks actually close really early on that day to the general public. They'll close the park starting around 6 p.m. and for that reason, a lot of people will choose not to come to Magic Kingdom that day. They don't want to spend the money on an all-day park ticket and only be able to stay there till 6 p.m. So for those events, the park does tend to be pretty empty when you come in before the event starts. But for these events, for after hours, the park stays open till its normal time, which tonight is 10 p.m. All these folks, they have no incentive to not make this a Magic Kingdom day. You should expect that you're gonna find normal park crowds when you come, obviously up until the event starts. We are just getting in and tons of people are already staking out a spot for fireworks. If seeing the fireworks is really important to you, you might want to plan on the first hour or so that you're here, you're just going to be staking your claim for a fireworks spot. right, I have my wristband, I've got my brochure. I am officially an after hours participant. One of the important things to note when you're here for the after hours event, a lot of the regular stuff in this park is gonna close down, including most of the restaurants. So the only food items you're gonna be able to get are gonna be the free treats that are scattered around the park. But as far as real food goes, your options are gonna be the Main Street Bakery, which is basically Starbucks, or Casey's Corner, which is hot dogs, corn dog nuggets. For that reason, if you get here and you're really hungry, you might want to grab a bite to eat before the event starts at 10. I came over here to Sleepy Hollow Refreshments to get one of my favorite treats. It's a sweet and spicy chicken waffle sandwich. What I love about this sandwich, it is legitimately spicy. It's not like Disney spicy. It's got some real spice in there. The key to this sandwich though is you've got to get it made fresh. I've had it when it was kind of sitting around for a little while. It wasn't so hot. If you come to Sleepy Hollow and you don't see any line, that is probably not the time to order. But if you see a nice long line, then don't wait in that line. Pull out your phone, use a mobile order to order it, but always order when there is a long line, and that way you'll get one that's nice and fresh. So, good. Since one of the main appeals of this event is short wait times on rides, one of the things I'm going to do in this video that I don't normally do, I'm going to go and check in the app to see what the wait times are for all the rides, and I will post them up here on the screen for you guys. So as the night goes on, you'll have an idea of how long the wait times are and how those times change as the evening progresses. Right now though, it's time to head over and catch the fireworks show. Lots of folks have already been sticking their claim over there, but I'm going to show you what I like to do. With Enchantment, you don't really need to be right up on the castle to get a really cool view of the show. I'm going to show you where I like to go when I don't have time to wait and stake out a spot. The absolute best place to watch the fireworks is over near the statue of Walt and Mickey. Naturally, they're going to give Walt and Mickey the best possible view of the fireworks. That is the perfect spot to view it from. But if you don't have time to camp out for that perfect spot, my second favorite spot is actually to come over here to Main Street, because with Enchantment, unlike other fireworks shows, they actually light up Main Street. They do projections on Main Street. So if you're not watching from Main Street, you don't actually get to see the full show. So we are T-minus 30 minutes from fireworks. And if you are up there near the castle, it is chock-a-block, elbow to elbow. You're not gonna find a spot up there right now. However, back here on Main Street, there are still plenty of prime spots. While you're not allowed to block the walkways, so the sidewalks, you can block the center of the street, and that's actually the best place to be. You can usually get here 20 minutes before the fireworks starts, get a great spot. The main thing you want is you want that castle to be lined up in the center of your view, and that way you're gonna get the full effect of the fireworks bursting right over the castle, and you'll get to experience the projections as they wash down Main Street. The cast members will suggest that you move closer and closer to the castle. I would say about midway down Main Street. You don't want to be too far up, because then you're going to miss the projections that happen on the building. We have got our prime viewing spot. It's about 15 minutes to fireworks. It seems like the perfect time to check in and see what those wait times are looking like. Now, usually, right before fireworks start, you'll see the wait times plummet at most attractions. I will say, surprisingly tonight, we're staying pretty resilient. So still a pretty hefty wait at rides like Peter Pan's Flight and Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. But I guarantee you, once this after hours event starts, all those wait times are gonna go down, down, down. we have made it through that massive crowd of people. We are back in Liberty Square. Quick reminder, always be nice to cast members. Always do what they tell you to do. They are just there to keep you safe. And that is doubly true for the cast members who are directing traffic during fireworks and parades. As you can imagine, when people want to stand somewhere they're not allowed to be, and cast members have to tell them they're not allowed to be there, people get mad. People can be rude. People can be unpleasant. And it's not fair. The cast members are there doing their job to keep you safe. So do what they tell you. Be nice. And you know what? Tell those guys thank you, because it is one of the most thankless jobs in Disney World, and it is such an important job. It's how we're all able to enjoy things like the parades and the fireworks. So now it's time to check in with the rides. We'll see what the wait times are looking like. As expected, because the fireworks were just going on, most of the wait times are really, really low right now. The exceptions to that are the big ones: Peter Pan's Flight, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, and Haunted Mansion. A lot of people love to jump on Haunted Mansion after it gets dark. It just feels spooky and the right time to do it. If you want to do Haunted Mansion, that's one I would definitely recommend waiting until later in the event, because that line will definitely come way down. The best things to focus on now are going to be those attractions that aren't open during the event. So if you wanted to do Hall of Presidents, Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor, or Carousel of Progress, now would be the time to do those attractions because they're about to close. The other things I would say you should focus on are the rides that just don't have long waits anyway. So save those rides that are going to have super long waits for later in the night. Right now is the best time to do those kind of mid-tier attractions and things like Teacups and Carousel and whatever other smaller attractions you really want to get done in your night. Back here in Storybook Circus, you can always find some reliably low wait times at this time of night. That's because the target demo for this area, it's kind of past their bedtime. So this is a great time to knock these out if they're on your list. We're going to hit Dumbo and the Barnstormer. The bonus of riding Barnstormer right now is you might catch them doing test runs of Tron Light Cycle Run. Cannot wait for that ride to open. Here we go. Believe it or not, one of my first memories ever as a human being is being on this ride when I was teeny tiny with my grandmother. And I'm pretty sure that back then it was a button that you would push that would make you go up. So now it's a lever. But I remember pushing that button and my grandmother saying, "No, no, no, stop pushing it, you're gonna break it." So everybody else was flying through the air. And me and my grandma were in the one sad Dumbo that was just circling the bottom. Looking back on it, I don't know if my grandmother actually believed we were going to break anything. I think she just didn't want us to go up in the air, honestly. But whenever I ride Dumbo, I love to go way down to the bottom and do a loop on the ground for Grandma. Time for a quick time check. It is 9:30. We've done everything in Storybook Circus. Not that that's a huge accomplishment, but we've done it. We can check those rides off the list. Let's take a look at the wait times though right now at 9:30. So 30 minutes before the event's about to start. Most of those Fantasyland wait times have come back down. New Fantasyland, Storybook Circus. These are great areas to be doing right before the event starts, just because you're gonna find tons of short waits. I love doing Journey of the Little Mermaid at night because number one, it usually has a super short wait at night. But number two, the queue is so beautiful when it's all lit up.
Well, anyway, Ariel fell in love with a yacht. Past I've been nasty. They weren't kidding when they called me rather rich.
The clock just struck 10 o'clock, which means this event has officially started. Keep in mind though, everybody who's still here in this park, as long as they got in a line at least 1 second before that clock struck 10, they're allowed to stay in that line as long as it takes for them to ride that ride. So for that reason, we're not gonna change gears just yet. We're gonna keep focusing on those rides with shorter wait times. But actually, before I go get on another ride, I wanna go find some of this free food because I'm a little hungry. One of my favorite treats in all of Walt Disney World is a Mickey's Premium Bar. Do you know what's even better than a Mickey's Premium Bar? A free Mickey Premium Bar. Well, it's not really free. I paid over $100 to be here, but I didn't have to pay any extra for this, and that counts as free. Quick look at the wait times. We are now 30 minutes into this event and everything has come way down. I want you to pay particular attention to Peter Pan's flight. So just a little bit ago, that was a 90-minute wait. Right now it is posted at 10 minutes. Y'all, I think it is time for a trip to Neverland. Let's see if that 10-minute wait holds up. It was a posted 10-minute wait, and it was 10 minutes on the dot. Actually, that is the perfect wait for this ride because if you do a lightning lane during the day, you don't get to see the adorable interactive queue, and a 10-minute wait is actually the perfect moment to get stopped so you can kind of go through the interactive section really slowly, take it all in. If you catch this one at a 10-minute wait, that's actually a good thing. That's the perfect wait for this ride. So if 10 minutes is the perfect wait for Peter Pan's flight, then 13 minutes is actually the perfect wait for Haunted Mansion. That's actually Haunted Mansion speak for this ride's a walk-on. In case you're not aware, the wait time for Haunted Mansion never goes below 13. That's the magic number. So when you see 13, that's time to ride. Well, folks, it is 11:15 and we have officially hit the point where basically every ride in the park is a walk-on. The only exceptions really right now are some of the character meet and greets are at 10 minutes. Peter Pan's flight ticked up a little bit more. I think it's around 20-25 minutes. And of course, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. That one, I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I think that's gonna be the last thing we're gonna do tonight. Well, right now, I just kind of wanna walk around the park and just take it in because it's so rare to get to see the park this empty and to just kind of walk through and experience it. So let's go take a stroll through Frontierland. Frontierland always kind of looks like a Wild West ghost town, but right now it is a true ghost town. There is almost no one here. Normally you will be able to ride Big Thunder Mountain. Unfortunately this week it is under refurbishment, The ride that you're not going to be able to ride soon, though, is Splash Mountain. It's not just going away for refurbishment, it is going away. So we are definitely going to ride Splash Mountain tonight. Before we go hit the Briar Patch, though, I wanted to mention there are not one but two snack carts here in Frontierland. We're going to do a quick break right now and show you all of those treat locations around the park so you'll know where to go for your snack fix while you're here for after hours. I am drenched, but I don't care. It was definitely worth it. I do have a quick correction though. Earlier in this video, when I was listing off the attractions that are not available during this event, I missed one. The Walt Disney World Railroad is actually not operational during this event. So if you want to ride the railroad, make sure you do that before the event starts. Now let's head on into Adventureland. Avast ye mateys, we've arrived here at Pirates of the Caribbean at the stroke of midnight, so I think it's time for us to check on the wait times. Looks like pretty much everything is a walk-on, but Peter Pan's Flight and Seven Dwarfs Mine Train still holding on to a line. I think actually Mine Train ticked up a little bit, believe it or not. Still hoping that's going to go down before we get over there because that's going to be the last ride of the night. But for now, it's time to say yo-ho to Captain Jack and the gang at Pirates of the Caribbean. Let's go do it. So if you were planning to do a shopping spree when you're here at this event, you're going to be a little disappointed. There are not many stores that are open. This is one of the few of them. You can get your pirate fix here. If you need a sword or a pirate's hat or perhaps a hook, they got you covered. There is literally nobody in line at the Jungle Cruise, like zero. You just walk straight onto the boat. So that is super, super rare lately. I'm not gonna ride this ride right now just because it's a really long ride and I personally am not a huge fan of this ride at night. I prefer it during the day. I know a lot of you have told me in the comments that you love this ride at night, so don't take my word for it, try it yourself, maybe you'll love it. And hey, if this is your only chance to ride Jungle Cruise, if you're only here for after hours, by all means ride it. It is a must-ride ride, but for me, I prefer to ride it during the day. So we're gonna sail on to the next ride. So I am here at Disney World a lot. I mean, a lot, like 3-4 days a week lot. And it is very unusual that you are ever gonna get the chance to take a picture of yourself with the castle behind you looking like this. It is dead. I think actually if you were a little patient and you waited for the right moment, you could probably get a snapshot of yourself with the castle behind you and nobody else. Yeah, this is definitely one of the cool perks of this event. Well, we have hit the final 15 minutes. It is 12:45. Let's take a look at those wait times. Stubbornly, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train has refused to go below 25 minutes. I don't know that I believe it. We're gonna go over there, we're gonna ride it. That's our last ride of the night. We'll see if it really is a 25-minute wait. We did get a lot of rides packed in, but you could definitely do a lot more than we did tonight. We took a lot of time just sort of taking in the sights and sounds of the park, but if you are on a mission to just ride rides, I think it is very possible you could ride every single ride in this park during this event, including those 3 hours before, especially if you didn't stop for fireworks. Watching the fireworks, we could definitely have ridden 2 or 3 rides in that time period alone. So if your goal is just to get on every ride in this park, this is a great event to do it. But I don't know. What do you think? Is this worth 150 bucks? Would you pay 150 bucks for this 6 hours in Magic Kingdom? Let us know in the comments down below. We'd love to hear what your thoughts are. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. We had a blast making it. We're gonna leave you with some footage of our last ride of the night over at Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. But if you enjoyed it, please be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and ring that bell so you'll be notified when new videos come out. Until next time, don't forget to think happy thoughts, everybody. We'll see you again real soon. Now let's go ride Mine Train.